Hello everyone, Luke Taylor here with another album review, and today's album is 2010 Brandon Flowers Flamingo. So for those of you who don't know, Brandon Flowers is the singer of The Killers, and he has a few studio albums. Very cool. So Flamingo is one of two studio albums, and I'm just going to say it right away, I prefer Flamingo over The Desired Effect. I love to use puns with the desired effect. How I think Flamingo had the desired effect that Brandon wanted. The thing about the desired effect is it's probably a better collection of singles, but Flamingo as a whole is a tremendous album, and it tells the story that I feel Brandon has told in different ways with The Killers, in different songs or maybe in parts of albums. But Flamingo was the first time I really think the fully formed concept of his whole Las Vegas Lonely Hearts Club was perfectly done. Now, Brandon Flowers very much embraced a sense of Americana storytelling that touches the likes of Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan. I think that he's very much a jewel of American music, and Flamingo really showcases perfectly everything that he's always reaching for, that he's always seeing, that he's always wanting to touch, whether it is the storytelling or it's those little moments and the sadness that comes with broken hearts and broken lives, or the happiness that comes with true love. And there is a song in here it's about going down to Mexico. It's just, there's like a fun sense of adventure and journeying that I think that he embraces as being from Las Vegas. And of course, maybe some of those senses of adventure are really bad ideas, but when you listen to his music and you sort of get his perspective, I feel that he sees both sides very well. You know, he's almost like a documentary filmmaker. He's just showing it to you as it is. He's not like romanticizing it. He is a little bit, but not too much. You know, I'm sure, you know, in the case of a documentary filmmaker, they're showing the subject because they care about it. So I feel that's what he's doing. He's not like, you know, making it this this big desirable thing. I go with that desired effect, that pun again. Anyway, he's not making it like some, you know, great emotional thing. He's just giving it the treatment that it deserves, proper treatment. I do think Brandon Flowers' sense of songwriting is very unique. Again, he's touching this American vein, and I think he knows it. I think he's really connected to what he's doing. His sense of communication is always very effective, but it's just a bit odd sometimes. He really words things differently, and he presents them in the way that I think only he can. He has a very colorful perspective and a very colorful lens, but I do think by the end of the song or by the end of the album, you really get the picture that he's painting, and you actually get the point that he's making, even though he has a unique way of presenting it. I will say I would prefer if On the Floor was the last song. Swallow It is very good, but I would prefer if On the Floor was the last song, because, you know, Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas all the way to On the Floor, it's really flawless. So I don't know where else you would put Swallow It, but yeah, I would have hoped that On the Floor was the last song, because it's a better The End, I think, than Swallow It. My favorite song on the album is Crossfire. It's a fantastic song. I think if you're listening to these two solo albums as Killers albums, or you're thinking of it that way, Crossfire would be one of the best songs of any, you know, Brandon or the Killers. It's just such a perfect song. It really builds emotionally. It showcases his range perfectly. It's kind of like if you wanted a B-side to Read My Mind, I think it would be Crossfire. And in the case of a solo project like this, where there is songs written at different times and different periods, and then recorded in different places and all that, there are a lot of producers attached to it. I know Daniel Lanois is attached to this, as well as Brendan O'Brien and Stuart Price. And I do remember seeing some live performance of these songs on Guitar Center sessions, and the musicians he had with them were extremely competent, very good, very sensitive to the song he was making. Really nice little mini choir backup singers that he had. And if you want to compare this to the Killers, it's just there's a spirit that it's lacking, and I think a lot of that comes from the beats that Ronnie Vannucci, the Killers drummer, is bringing. He has such an incredible attitude. So I think that, you know, essentially the percussion is different, but it's the attitude that he brings as a human being, the attitude that the drummer brings, the energy. I think it's missing that. So yes, the guitars are different, but there is a lot of piano and keyboards. There's a very cool vintagey sound that he has in some songs. There's slide. There's a bit of a country flavor sometimes. You know, it's Brandon. He's got a party sound and a Las Vegas sound, and he really brings it on this record. As you can tell in the curtains and in the carpet, my rating is gold. So what did you think of Flamingo? Are you a fan of Brandon Flowers? Do you prefer his solo albums to The Killers? Please let me know in the comments below. Check out all my other reviews on this channel, and have a great day. I'll see you later.